Day in the life of a girl boss. Let's meet Adrianna Fox. All right, you guys, so I'm sitting here with Miss Adrianna Fox. So good to meet you.
Yes, my first podcast. I feel like that's what it is.
Yes, it is. So welcome. So tell us a little bit more about you. What is it that you do every day? Give us like day in the life of a girl boss. What does that look like?
You know, I said the other day, I don't have a life. Like, I don't have a luxury life. Like, people would probably even think, like, I work Monday to Friday. From 7 a.m. in the morning, I get on the phone. So my work don't start in office at 9, but I start from 7 in the morning. I don't have a 9 to 5. I go in as much as I can, but every day I try to. If I'm not at Island Luck, I'm at Fox Group of Companies. There's always some type of business. I like to, for some reason, right when I reach home, I like to watch Netflix, like a show. I just want to find a series where I could just, and I like rom-coms, like where it's the white romantic comedy love show. Like, I don't even like to watch it with certain people because I be like, anytime they come at me, I cut it off because I be like, y'all ain't gonna watch my shows. Y'all ain't gonna watch my shows. So I love that. Now? Well, I started, what am I watching? Black Beauty or something like that.
Black and Beauty, the Tyler Perry show.
I just ended up watching that the other day.
So that have me on a loop,
and
okay?
it does, but I just like anything like Residence, Grey's Anatomy.
Okay, a TV girl.
I just like series. But recently I started to read my Bible. So I started this journey about,
I love that,
the beginning of February. Because, you know, growing up, I was a church girl. I was an altar girl, actually.
Okay.
And I didn't understand the Bible and church, but recently I was stressed last year when my son was in boarding school because he wasn't answering his phone here and there, so I ended up going to God, and I started to know that he does answer prayers. And this year I said, you know what, let me get more closer, build that relationship. So now in the day, I start my morning at 5. I do the scriptures and I do my journal, and then throughout the morning, I will listen to my little praise and worship. I play tennis now. I even joined tennis. And I work out Tuesdays and Thursdays. I work out in the morning. Monday and Wednesday, I play tennis. On the weekend, if I can travel, I will go and travel.
Nice.
Yeah.
You said earlier you want a soft life. That sounds quite soft to me. with work sprinkled in there, though, right?
Work. I love work.
Yeah.
So I think my high is work. I like to work.
So did you always see yourself in the corporate world?
No, I started at COO then in banking and finance, and I was going to college and I was working at Versace in the marina.
Okay.
And to be honest, I was making plenty of money commission, so I never used to go to school like that because the commission was so sweet. And over the period, I just was like, I'm not into college, and I dropped out. And my dad, after, I can remember this clear, it was New Year's week, and I was working 6 nights, and I was like, why am I the only one working 6 nights? And I quit after that week because I thought it was unfair to me. And we had a phone card business where we used to sell phone cards. I know back then, used to have a lot of persons selling phone cards. We owned a company like that, and I joined my dad's business, and I used to just go around to people on the side of the road selling phone cards. I was always a hustler, knowing how to make my own money. Then I went to work at Atlantis for 3 weeks, and I quit because they was telling me about the hair color, and I was like, you know what, too much bosses. I can't work for here.
Yeah.
I left there. We opened up a phone store, working in there, got pregnant, and 9 months later, I had my son. Island Luck was born in May. And from then, that's when I took the route because I saw my dad and Sabaz so successful. I was like, you know what, success is sweet. I want some of that.
Right.
And so I put in the work. I gave results. I worked my way up from the top, starting as a cashier to now being a shareholder in Island Luck and Ultra Games, a VP in the Fox Group of Companies. Started my own mobile company from my history in the phone card business. I'm a agent for Alive and BTC, where I can have vendors go and resell for me as well. So I guess it stayed in the, if something from my past came to my future, I created the app, and now I I'm just distributing it. So I believe that I like business. I never knew what type of business it would have been.
Yeah.
I never dreamt about the white picket fence and the marriage. But I always dreamt about, it sounds very cliche, but me pulling up in my Rolls Royce.
No, not cliche at all, because I could relate.
Me pulling up my Rolls Royce and my jet and hopping out my black outfit with my shades and going wherever I wanted to go. So that was always my vision.
That gives you some freedom in your mind.
Yes.
Because when you say it, I'm like, yeah, could see it, could see it.
No, I didn't know what the job was making me that money, but I knew I wanted that life. So, yeah.
So you're in corporate world now, and you are in a male-dominated industry. Like all the men, all the men.
I think all.
How do you just carve your lane, stay there, but still be impactful?
Well, in Island Luck, I'm the COO of the company as well, and Island Luck has a lot of females. So all I did was tap into that as well. Sometimes you just have to find your space. Sabaz is very intelligent when it came to the technical side. I handle the operation side. My dad know how to make other things happen. So for me, we all found our lane. He was the IT, I was operations, and we figured that out together. So he wasn't touching me and I wasn't really touching him. So it worked very well. And you know what? They made it hard, but they also made it easy. So because we were a new company and we all had to put in the work, everybody was supporting one another. Yes, as we got better, and I won't be in charge and I won't be this, that's what happened. But you know what? I don't care about titles. I just want the job done. Once we're making the money and the job is being done, customers happy, employees happy, that's all that matters. So titles isn't really a big thing for me.
Yeah, and you're speaking the language of a lot of women, Bahamian and foreign women, right? Like they want to do the work.
Yes.
They want to climb up the ladder. They want to be CEO. They want to be COO. What would you say to any little girl, teenager, woman right now who probably can't see herself in that position? Like it's just saying for me, it's for Adrianna, I'm an A for me.
But back then I never wrote it down. I would say, write it down where you see yourself in your future self. I would say do proper planning and don't let nobody put that doubt in you, because fear to me is an insecurity. It's a feeling that you have for that moment, and the minute you pass over that fear, then what, you breaking barriers. So we know it's just a feeling. Let that feeling go. The minute you feel that, don't embrace it. So I would definitely say to that young girl, embrace any fear that you have, try it. You're only gonna fail or you're gonna accomplish it.
Exactly, and even failure is an accomplishment sometimes.
Failure is a lesson for me. I believe failures is lessons, and I love to fail because that's the only way I will know not to do that again.
Exactly, or to get better
or to get better.
Already doing.
Correct.
Yeah. So we are sitting in the grand ballroom at the Atlantis because we are here because we're a brainchild of yours.
Yes.
So what is it like just seeing your dreams come to life in this way? Let's just go right in right there.
Yeah, you did. And what I would say is I started a What Women Want about before the pandemic with just young students. And I let it fade away, I guess, being busy. And then last year I wanted to promote entrepreneurship. Women's International coming around, and we created the Women Entrepreneurship episode. And then this year, it was only an invite only. And the same process, applicants applied. I had an invite only with persons in the business world, school kids in grade 10, 11, and 12. And then I had panelists who speak on different industries as well. I didn't have an international speaker last year, but this year I got an international speaker and an international panelist. So I think I boosted by 2 already, and I believe that it wasn't an invite. This year is a registration, and every day I was checking. I was like, how much people register? And then when she told me the first day was 250 persons, I was like, oh wow, nice. And then we keep doing it. We only did it for 500 persons. I guess that's how I believe. That's the most I believed and I could attract.
What's gonna come?
But 500 people keep wanting to register. 600, we need more. 700, we need more. 800, and I'm probably to 1,000%. I had to close registration, and for some reason, people found out the Fox Foundation email, and they just keep saying, "I want to RSVP this name and people." So it's obviously is a need, and this is what women's entrepreneurship was birthed from. I believe that I want to encourage female entrepreneurs.
So how important is it for you then to keep this going? Because you seem like a girl's girl. You seem like you really wanted to put all the girls on to the Rolls Royces, and the shades. So how important is it for you to keep this going so we can all have that soft life?
Listen, I want more investors to get involved, because I was trying to even think today, how can I change up my grants, because I like so much of the business ideas, and I need more money. We need more assistance. We need more partnership. I believe that this is going to continue no matter what. There's something the Fox Foundation is dedicated. You know, we believe in community building, empowerment. So this is one of the initiatives that's going to always be carried out from the Fox Foundation. But I would definitely say, I want to change it up a little bit. I want some investors on the stage, and they're hearing these females' ideas, and they get probably a 2-5% equity in their business. So this is going to continue, and I want to come up with a podcast, but I'm afraid.
Why?
People might think.
What are you most afraid of?
People,
to do that?
You know what? I was listening to this podcast, and it says that we think people talking about us, but they weren't, but they self.
Okay, so and that is so true.
So I got to break that fear, worrying about what people will say, well, why she want to do this podcast? So, but I believe that I want, basically just what you're doing, creating a space for females, and I'm glad to know that you have this, and I saw it before. I think you did it. You started this
a while ago. I keep putting it down and keep picking it back up.
I saw it a while ago.
This year I'm going to pick it up and keep it up, because I'm like, there's so many stories to be told.
Well, I definitely have a lot of other females who have stories to tell. So if
Send
you need
my
some
way.
people, definitely. But I do think that I want to just tap into markets that I'm uncomfortable with. People may think I'm out there and I like to be in these positions, but oh my God, like I was sweating driving. I was like, why my foot sweating? Why my hands sweating? Why am I so nervous? I do this. I talk to people all day, every day, but it's just that women just always getting challenged. We always be in doubt. So growing up, and I see a change. I don't know if you see it. I think women are starting to support women more.
Yes.
So that's a great thing.
I think we realized we had no choice, because nobody else out there got our back like us.
No. And I think that's what I've seen in the last year, 2 years. Bahamian women, because I got to speak about my Bahamian women, we tend to not want to support. Even me, they think I don't want to support them. They think, oh, well, she thinks she's this, she thinks she's that, but you don't even really know me. No, I'm not going to be smiling up with everybody. That's not life.
You know, Bahamians feelings.
But I'm not. If you come and you speak and you have a good conversation and we connect, then hey, you have me for life, and that's just who I am. So definitely, I like to support women.
And you know what's going to help them to know that? That same podcast.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get there, probably listening to more and more and more of you, and I'm going to reach out to you and say, what do you think about this idea? Because there's so much different podcasts you could create and tap in.
Well, thank you so much. It was good to meet you.
Yes, pleasure to meet you too, and definitely if you need me again, and I'm going to send them girls that way.
Awesome. We got it on tape, so
it's
official.
All right,
Adrianna, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This has been Personal Space.